Hey guys, I'm back with another sizzling brand new DC comic breakdown. And this time, we're talking about The Flash, KO tie-in. Bro, this comic isn't just about running. It's a time-bending, reality-shattering roller coaster where Wally West is racing the biggest race of his life against fate itself. So fasten your seatbelts, fire up those Speed Force engines, because today we're diving into a story where every second literally matters. And yeah, a little warning. This isn't just a superhero story. It's an emotional, philosophical, and cosmic battle where the Flash learns that sometimes being the fastest means stopping to think. Let's get started. Our comic opens with a breathtaking burst of speed. We see the Flash, Wally West, blazing across the desert roads of Arizona, his entire suit glowing with that signature red lightning trail. He kicks things off with his iconic line, "My name is Wally West." The panel pans wide, showing Arizona's vast red rock landscape, the open blue sky, and an orange lightning streak cutting through it like a bullet. Wally's voiceover continues, calm but thoughtful. "I am the fastest man alive, but these days I'm wondering if I need to slow down." And you can see it on his face, but hint of confusion, a touch of tension, like even the fastest man alive sometimes wonders, am I moving too fast for my own good? Then, a dramatic shift. Wally adds, "I mean, not right now. Alchemist is teleporting a few hundred miles a second." Then he explains, "But I'm running so fast, I have to take into account the curvature of the Earth. Otherwise, my linear velocity might accidentally become my escape velocity, and I'll eject myself right off the planet." The Flash is moving so fast that if he miscalculates even a fraction, he could literally launch himself into space. Then he says calmly, "So I guess I don't mean slow down. I mean," and a faint voiceover echoes, "be careful." Our story continues. Flash keeps running, determined, because I can catch Curtis Angstrom. This one isn't hard. Suddenly, Green Llama shouts mockingly, "Come on, Flash, old boy. That all you got? My Philosopher's Stone is making this a cakewalk." Flash snaps back. "It's just annoying." We see the Alchemist, Curtis Angstrom, having taken control of a massive satellite, believing he can hold the world ransom, or worse, destroy 4 continents with it. Then, in a thrilling moment, Flash sprints toward a deep canyon. "If I jump with too much juice, hello escape velocity. Not enough? Well, you remember Wile E. Coyote." Green Llama yells, "Make that jump, Evel Knievel." Flash mutters under his breath, run, jump, damn." And then he jumps. As he soars through the air, he thinks to himself, "Wet with jump. Not sure how it'll work out." He slams straight into Green Llama, sending both of them crashing to the ground in a cloud of dust. Green Llama squeals, "Ouch." Ha ha ha. Both heroes tumble onto the dirt, and crack, the Philosopher's Stone shatters. Green Llama, horrified, cries out, "My stone broke." Flash, ever the tease, smirks and replies, "And our satellites are safe. Come on, Curtis. Let's walk it off, all right?" Now we jump to the Justice League watchtower. But wait, the narration box hits us with a chilling line. But that was nothing compared to what's next. The next panel opens, and things get cosmic. We see the members of the Quantum Quorum standing tall, while the Flash kneels before them, exhausted, panting, trying to process what's happening. Then from the shadows, Time Trapper speaks in his thunderous voice. There, all of existence, from the beginning of time to the farthest future, is coming apart, reforming into Omega, into Darkseid. Flash's eyes go wide in shock. My God, he realizes how enormous the threat is. His thoughts race. I need to be careful. If there's even the slightest chance to stop them, we have to do what's right. Then, scene shift. We cut to Bart Allen and Jesse Quick inside a Justice League spaceship. Jesse glances over nervously, asking, "Are you sure about this, Bart?" Bart grins and answers, "Nope." Then, without hesitation, he pulls the lever, and the spaceship blasts away from the watchtower. This whole panel is hilarious. Neither of them really knows how to fly the thing, and yet here they are, zooming off into space like total pros. Their banter continues mid-flight, and here I thought Jai was having all the fun back in Keystone City. "Hey, aren't you supposed to ask for the keys before you borrow the car?" Bart shoots back with that signature impulse energy. First off, this isn't a car. Cars are slow. Cars are boring. This is a JL-857 Starjet. So fast, we'll be back before we're gone. Lightning strikes. Then Jesse looks over and asks, half concerned, half annoyed, do you even know how to fly this thing? Bart's completely focused on the controls, grinning with wild confidence. I don't even know how to drive a car. Live a little. Besides, Wally's kept you so cooped up on the watchtower, I figured you deserve a little fresh air. Jesse narrows her eyes and deadpans. There's no air in space. Bart shoots back, unbothered. You know what I mean. Okay, enough with the warm-up laps. Let's goose the Speed Force afterburners and see what this thing can really do. Next page. Bart pulls the lever. Roar, 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 and the jet blasts forward at insane speed. Both Bart and Jesse are thrown back in their seats. Faces squished, hair flying, total chaos. Bart yells, "Whoa, hold up!" And you just know Jesse is absolutely letting loose a string of very creative curses right now. Suddenly, alarms blare inside the cockpit. Emergency stop, zero thrust. The ship starts spinning out of control. And just as it's about to go off course into deep space, Superman appears, calm as ever, and catches the jet with his bare hands. He steadies it, and without even a hint of straying, says to the comms, Impulse, Jesse, not right now, okay? We got a league meeting. Next page. Superman escorts the battered jet back to the Justice League watchtower. Inside, Max Mercury is waiting, arms crossed, looking like a disappointed parent. He says sternly, you could have been halfway to Andromeda before you even considered whether or not that was a good idea. Jesse, trying to defuse the tension while stretching, jokes. Max, I do too, honestly. Max sighs and launches into mentor mode. But the fastest you will ever run in your life is when you're standing completely still. Bart blinks confused. I can't tell if that's wise or just clever. Max, visibly irritated, retorts, go ahead, shirk my advice all you want. Bart, still sincere, interrupts. No, I mean it. I can't tell. Max groans and tries to get deeper. You can't tell because you don't have the experience to understand. Bart, are you even listening to me? Of course, Bart is absolutely not listening. His attention has already drifted to something else. A group of massive intergalactic beings arriving in the Watchtower's hangar. His eyes widen. Yeah, no, of course. Wait, is that Doomsday? Max shouts, panicking. Bart, wait! But Bart's already gone. A lightning streak darting forward, yelling, nope, not in my house. Just then, Wally West, the Flash, appears in another crimson blur, intercepting him mid-run. He grabs Bart by the arm and says foamily, park it. This is serious stuff. Existence-ending stuff. Why don't you try paying attention for once? And with that, the room goes silent. The Speed Force hums in the air, and the tension hits cosmic levels. Now we move to the next page, where all the heroes are listening to Time Trapper talk about the heart of apocalypse. Time Trapper says, this is the history of our existence. We've explored every version of this timeline. And it all ends here, with Darkseid. Man, that line alone tells you this isn't a small story. This is the final chapter, the endgame of gods and heroes. The narration box says, as Time Trapper and World Forger spoke of what was to come, what was already happening, and what could be done, if anything at all. We listened. Then they mentioned King Omega. This King Omega has the ability to rewrite our past, present, and future. Reign over all that is. Flash thinks aloud. He can feel the fear, or maybe it's just him. But I could also feel the resolve in my cousin and daughter. That instinctual desire not to go down without a fight, no matter the odds. Now to the next page, Speedster Huddle. We see all the speedsters in a circle, heads bowed. Jay Garrick, Barry Allen, Wally West, Jesse Quick, and Avery Ho. Their faces are serious, a little awkward. Jay says, well. Barry replies, well. Jesse casually adds, yep. The scene shifts into a flashback. A small boy sitting on the ground. A big bully looming over it. The narration continues. My dad, Rudy, could be bad enough. But this kid felt like a foregone conclusion that Travis Piper would kill me someday. Then the line hits. It was the exact cold terror I felt now. Wally is feeling that same childhood fear again. The exact cold terror he remembers from being bullied. Back in the present, Barry tries to offer hope. It could work, Wally. We fight Darkseid's way, we find a champion, we might have a shot at actually pulling this off. Wally replies softly, Jay, he understands. But he's conflicted. Jay answers, echoing the plan. It could work, Wally. We fight Darkseid's way, we find a champion, we might have a shot at actually pulling this off. Then Jay Garrick has his heroic moment. damn it, I'm ready to fight. Since Wildcat was killed, I've been furious. I say we beat the tar out of Darkseid until there's nothing left. Wally and Jesse Quick respond, emotional but resolute, even if we have to beat the tar out of each other first. Next page, we open on Max Mercury. Calm and collected as always, trying to steady the chaos in the room. He says thoughtfully, then perhaps the more measured approach that Time Trapper spoke of, restarting things in the past. Time Trapper and World Forger said they were going to slow down time in order to give us a chance. Immediately, Wally, the Flash, reacts, frustrated, rubbing his temples. Cripes, Max, more time travel? We've already got displaced heroes from every era of history. Did you know Hop Harrigan's sleeping on the floor of Ted Kord's closet? Bro, Barry's sarcasm is at peak level here. Pure comic gold in the middle of cosmic chaos. Then Wally's tone hardens. His face turns serious. Eyes glowing faintly red with Speed Force energy. Not to mention the time stream is literally on fire. Time Trapper showed me. I saw it. Darkseid is violently pulling it apart, remaking it in his own image. That line lands heavy. Every hero in the room tenses up. This isn't just a fight anymore. It's the collapse of reality itself. Jesse Quick, switching into full analysis mode, speaks up. If they're slowing down time, we'd be even faster. Meaning us specifically. And before anyone else can respond, Bart practically jumps in with that trademark impulse enthusiasm. Totally. With him trapped in molasses like that, we could take down Darkseid on our own. No problem. Now the whole room turns into a speedster family debate. Wally sighs, pinching the bridge of his nose. No problem, huh? Jesse fires back instantly, teasing him. You're the one who's all anti-deathmatch, Dad. Bart points dramatically, clearly annoyed but still cocky. And remember, I grew up hooked into a 31st century virtual reality thing, so I wouldn't, metabolize into a gooey blob of amino acids. The banter is peak family chaos. High stakes, cosmic tension, and yet somehow they're bickering like it's Thanksgiving dinner. Wally, now in full dad mode, shoots back. The only gooey blob is between your ears. Bart rolls her eyes, slouching but still talking big. What I'm saying is, I overrode the difficulty settings on every combat sim. Next page. The scene shifts to a high-tech, cyberpunk-style lab. Glowing wires, neon lights, and holographic screens all around. A teenage boy, hooked up to a VR-style headgear with cables running into glowing consoles, smirks confidently and says, I maxed them out, man. Past the safeguards. It could have killed me, and I still went undefeated. Jesse crosses her arms and translates for the others. His point is, a slowed-down Darkseid should be a cakewalk. But Wally's brain? Totally locked on a different tangent. He frowns and says, dead serious, why does everybody say cakewalk? In a cakewalk, only one person gets a cake. Everyone else gets nothing. The odds are very low of getting a cake. The room goes quiet for a beat, and then Max Mercury, ever the patient teacher, slides in with dry sarcasm. Actually, I believe everybody gets a cake in a cakewalk. And then, bam! Wally snaps into full-on mentor mode. Eyes blazing, voice echoing through the watchtower. I'm saying this isn't a game. It's not some VR sim. This requires adult solutions, Bart. Real strategies. Not the first idea that pops into your... But before he can even finish, the room erupts in chaos. Everyone freezes as Bart suddenly vanishes. A shocked silhouette panel. Oh god, where is he? Where'd he go? Next panel, outer space. Bart's figure blurs into a crimson streak as she vibrates through the reinforced bulkhead of a watchtower, exploding into open space. Narration cuts in, sharp and tense. Within a picosecond, Bart vibrated through the reinforced bulkhead of the watchtower into open space, which could have killed him right there. Next page. Through the silent void of space, a blazing red lightning trail shoots forward. The Flash, diving straight into the time stream to chase after Bart. Narration continues. Luckily, he entered the time stream before freezing or asphyxiating to death. Wally's voice pierces through the storm of energy. Bart, he sounds desperate, like he already knows something has gone horribly wrong. Then, the narration tightens, introspective, tense. I, on the other hand, suffer a moment's hesitation, a lack of focus. Energy crackles violently around him. A distorted, unstable Speed Force bubble forms, ripping the air apart. Wally screams in agony. Arr! From afar, voices echo through the distortion. Dad, Jesse's voice. Wally, Max, worried. But Wally can't respond. He steadies himself, eyes glowing, determined. I gotta get to Bart before he does something stupid. Stupider. He sprints down a flickering futuristic hallway, surrounded by strange, unfamiliar tech. Alien architecture. People in armor staring in confusion. Jesse's voice, distant and uncertain, asks, "What?" And then Max's voice follows, even more unsettling. "Who's Bart?" Wally freezes mid-run. His eyes widen in horror. The world around him feels wrong, distorted, like he's fallen into a timeline where Bart Allen never existed. The tension hits the ceiling. The speed force hums like thunder. Wally clenches his fists and rockets forward again. A comet of red lightning tearing across the void. Bart, final narration box. Defiant, desperate, and heavy with emotion. And I'm not gonna let that happen. Continuing our comic, the page opens in pure chaos. The Flash is spiraling through the time stream. The world around him warping and cracking apart like shattered glass. The time stream is coming apart all around me, infected by Omega. Lightning rages across the panels. Thick, violent strokes of red and gold. The narration grows more intimate as Wally begins to feel something deeper. The Speed Force itself crying out. And the Speed Force, it's crying out. Like it's in pain, under attack. As he tumbles through waves of energy, bubbles of memory begin to flicker around him. Moments from his life. In one, a young Wally West is drawing a crude sketch of the Flash in a notebook. Eyes full of hope. I catch glimpses of my past. How I idolized the Flash. Another bubble, teenage Wally, standing proudly beside his heroes, wearing the lightning bolt for the first time. How I became the Flash. The panels grow quieter, the lighting dimmer, as Wally reflects on the meaning of his journey. How my whole goal in life was always to become someone else. But was there ever another option? The narration fractures as the time stream begins to implode around him. I'm lost. I'm going too fast. I'm totally out of control. I can't catch Bart. I'm gonna lose him. I'm gonna lose everything. And then, a single line of hope. But then, a blinding light cuts through the chaos. A beacon. In the center of the swirling maelstrom, Bart Allen appears. There he is. Lightning arcs between them as Wally finally catches up. Bart looks back over his shoulder with that trademark grin, teasing even in the middle of cosmic destruction. What took you so long? But before Wally can even breathe a sigh of relief, the next panel drops like a hammer. Darkseid, towering, still, his Omega symbol glowing faintly. The realization hits Wally like a thunderbolt. Darkseid, we've traveled back in time. This is just before he... Bart interrupts, her eyes wide as the truth dawns. Time Trapper pulled it off. He slowed down time. The art tilts. Panels start warping as reality itself ripples outward, bending and cracking like a pond hit by a stone. It's like ripples in a pond or something. Slowest in the most recent past. This moment has all but completely stopped. To us, microseconds take more than an hour to pass. Around them, the world freezes. Superman mid-punch, Supergirl mid-flight, Robin, Hawkgirl, Wonder Woman, all suspended in motion like statues of pure energy. Only the speedsters move, their lightning flickering softly through the stillness. Bart's eyes light up with wild inspiration. No one can see us. We're moving faster than the speed of light at this instant. We can trounce Darkseid, save everyone, everything, and it'll be like we were never even here. Dude, this is our shot. Wally's expression tightens. He knows that look, that reckless courage. His gut twists with dread. Bart, wait. Continuing our comic, and bro, this page is absolute chaos. Scene opens with Bart Allen, lightning flaring off her body like a supernova, charging straight toward Darkseid. She's moving faster than light. The world is frozen, but Darkseid isn't. Darkseid calmly, eyes glowing. Fool! I am everything. I am past, present, future, I am all. Slam. One punch, and Bart is thrown across the ground like a comet crashing into steel. Wally's scream cuts through the frozen air. No. Darkseid's voice echoes through the time stream, deep and endless. Even your speed force will soon be mine. He's been waiting for them. He knew the speedsters would come. The revelation hits like thunder. Darkseid is not just fast. He's faster than them. A living god synced with Omega energy across every point in time. Wally lunges forward in rage. Lightning blazing golden red, but Darkseid just swats him down, pressing him into the ground with a massive hand. His other hand holding Bart aloft like a rag doll. Darkseid, let me show you what I am. Feel me reach into your past, into your future. Then, reality fractures. Panels blink white. The sound vanishes. And suddenly, Bart opens her eyes, gasping. I'm back, in the 31st century, hooked up to my VR system. Cut. Wally's memory. He's not on Apocalypse anymore. He's a kid again. 2nd grade, lying on the dirt while Travis Piper, his old bully, kicks him mercilessly. I'm back in 2nd grade and Travis Piper is kicking the living crap out of me. Wally's narration trembles, panic rising. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Bart's panels glitch violently, overlapping timelines, flickering identities. Every universe, every timeline, every past moment bleeding together. But this is new. I don't remember Travis throwing me through a playground structure. We see young Bart crashing through a wooden jungle gym. Splinters and static everywhere. Sure, I hacked the difficulty sims, but I don't remember it hurting this much. Then the horror dawns. She looks up, and in the eyes of the bully, your VR glitch. She sees Darkseid's red Omega eyes staring back. She realizes he's inside their minds, inside their timelines. Panels snap. We're back to the cosmic battlefield. Darkseid standing tall. Shadows warping around him. I can destroy you when and where I please. At any moment. Don't you see? I am inevitable. The word echoes across the Speed Force. Lightning cracking, timelines shattering like glass. Wally's on the ground, battered, bleeding lightning, but his eyes still burn with defiance. Next page. Bart, still trapped, starts remembering her VR failsafe, the incubation shutdown code. She's shaken, whispering. Override, Iris 9294. Red warning lights flutter chamber. System recommand. BIOS failsafe launch. In 5, 4, she gasps, clutching her head. Wally? Cut back to the battlefield. Darkseid's grit tightens. Bart's lightning is flickering, fading. Through pain and panic, she screams. Wally, we gotta get out of here. I'm running away. I don't even know where I'm going. The panels grow increasingly unstable. Black Omega energy burning through the time stream itself. Deeper into the past. Into time. Even as it burns up. Omega eating it alive. The Speed Force, it's sick, hurting, but maybe there's another chance to stop Darkseid. Maybe. And before she can finish, BIA. Bro, what a finale. Wow. The page opens. Kado! Ow! World-ending explosion. Text on panel, Tunguska, Russia, June 30th, 1908, 7:17 a.m. The sky burns red-orange. Ash and fire dance across the forest. Trees flattened. Earth torn apart. Amid the ruin, a single figure kneels. Bart Allen, smoke curling around her, eyes barely open. Bart weakly, eye. Wind howls. Silence follows. Then breath by breath she rises, shaking, confused, terrified. Bart, Wally? He shouts. Wally? Her voice echoes across the scorched wasteland. No reply. Just burning silence and the whisper of history collapsing. Suddenly, a red streak tears across the frame. Max Mercury, eyes wild, body glowing with corrupted energy, zips past like a storm. Max, out of my way, boy! Bart turns, shocked. Max, it's me. It's Bart. Look, I lost Wally. I don't know where I am. But Max doesn't hear her. His voice is hollow, distant, like he's caught in some dark trance. Max, that Omega Blast, the largest concentration of his energy I've ever encountered. He holds the truth. He will bestow it upon me. My destiny awaits. Bart races after him, dodging bursts of crackling energy. Bart, panting. Max, total allegiance? Doesn't that seem a little, rash? Max stops. He lifts his hands to the ashen sky, his face full of awe, madness, and worship. Max, emissaries, prophets from the future, reveal to me pure speed. Long have I sojourned, to him and his mighty cadre I pledge my total allegiance. Shadow falls. From the smoke step Black Canary, Cosmic Boy, and Lightning Lad, their eyes glowing with Omega Red. Black Canary. Aha, the one they call Impulse. Our master was dismayed by your sudden retreat. Cosmic Boy, smirking. But here you are. Lightning Lad, right for the kill. Max drops to his knees, trembling, half in worship, half in despair. Max, all hail his word. His judgment, all hail the Legion of Darkseid. Thoom. Sid Darkseid's sigil burns behind them like an eclipse. The page turns blood red, and in bold, cracked letters at the bottom corner. To be continued in The Flash, number 27 KO, the Legion of Darkseid. Quantum Judgment. Wally and Bart fell through time itself, and Darkseid reached into their souls. Now the Speed Force bleeds, and the fastest family alive must race not to save the world, but to save time itself. So Flash fans, agar tume yein seen cosmic cliffhanger pasandaya, drop a comments. Tell me your favorite moment and get ready for the next issue, cause the Speed Force just broke the sound barrier. And reality's next. Stay fast, stay fearless, And remember, in the multiverse of madness, there's always room for one more Flash.